Hi guys, hope all of us are doing great. My name is Ernest, and this is Ernest Sciences and Mathematics TV channel. So today we're going to look at the concept of vertical angles. Now in our previous videos, we had looked at various types of angles, especially which are mentioned concerning the concept of supplementary angles. And we said that supplementary angles are going to be angles whose sum is going to add up to 180 degrees. And then we said that for complementary angles, so these are supplementary angles. And then we see that for complementary angles, these are angles whose sum are going to make or add up to the sum of 90 degrees. So x plus y is going to make up 90 degrees. So n2 pairs of angle or n pair of angle that is going to add up to 180 degrees is referred to as supplementary angle. So y is a supplementary angle to x, and x is a supplementary angle to y in that specific order. And then we see that for complementary angles, we're going to have the sum of these specific angles adding up to 90 degrees. And this specific case, then therefore we can say that x is a complementary angle to y, and y is a complementary angle to x. And then we see that for the two sets, they do not specifically need to be close to one another. We can just have a separate of angles like 60 degrees and 120 degrees. This of course an obtuse. So an acute and obtuse for this specific case, which are separate, can make a supplementary pair as such. So this is also the case for the same for complementary angles, whereby we say that we can have a set of two angles which need not to be next to one another, and therefore x and y are going to form a set of complementary angles given as such. So in today's discussion, we're going to look at the concept of vertical angles. And this basically, the term vertical in this specific respect is not going to refer to the concept of lines. And therefore, we're going to see it being given a different elaboration in this specific case for angles. So therefore, it's not going to have a relationship with the vertical lines. So if I give an example of illustration of this, if we have two lines which are going to be given as such. So this is the line, we give it I and M. So for line I and M, they are going to intersect at a specific point, whereby we're going to have a formation of various angles for A, B, C, and D given as such. And of course, these specific angles, as we're going to see later, they're going to form a set of vertical angles, whereby A is going to be angle A, and B are going to form. So in this specific case, whenever I refer to angle A and B, they are going to be this specific representation that I've given. And therefore, we're going to see an angle C and D are going to form two sets of what we refer to as vertical angles. Therefore, vertical angles are angles which are going to be formed by an intersection of two lines. And therefore, these specific angles are going to be congruent. So we have mentioned the concept of congruency in our previous videos, which basically refers to the same amount of degrees being experienced, or rather A is going to be equivalent to B in terms of angle. Therefore, we can be able to refer to angle A as congruent to angle B, and then angle C is congruent to angle D in that specific order. So therefore, from the above statement, we can be able to do an evaluation of various angles that we come across, which of course are going to assume the intersection of these two specific lines. And therefore, we are going to come up with a general example, which is going to give us a statement that we can rely on in evaluating various types of angles, which are going to form a set of vertical angles. So in this case, if I give an example of this, we have talked about the concept of 180 degrees theorem. And of course, we have mentioned that a straight line is going to have a linear pair that is going to add up to 180 degrees. So therefore, we are going to have angles X, Y, and Z given as such. So therefore, we can be able to, from this specific argument that I've previously given, we can be able to see that the angle Z plus Y is going to add up to 180 degrees. And then we're going to have angle Z and X add up to 180 degrees. So in this specific case, then therefore we can be able to have an equation which is having the relationship between the two, whereby Z plus Y is equivalent to Z plus X given that specific order. So therefore, this is going to reduce in the equation of the form of y is equivalent to x, and therefore this is going to give a confirmation that basically this for the two straight lines that I've given for the two angles which are alternated, and therefore they're going to be the same or congruent. Therefore, this is one of the aspects that we need to learn in so far as geometry of vertical angles are concerned. And of course, we're going to apply them appropriately in case we come across them. So I'd like to request our members to kindly subscribe to our channel, follow us in the social media pages so that we can be getting updates on various topics that we have done in mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. So that is it for now, guys. Bye, God bless you. Catch us in our next video.